How's it going, everybody? Starwin here again with another 2018 speedrun submission. Today we'll be doing Dino Crisis No Weapon. So, Dino Crisis is a survival horror game made by Shinji Mikami, the father of Resident Evil. So, this game is plays very similarly to Resident Evil, the classic Resident Evil games, except it's dinosaur themed. That's pretty much it. One of the big differences in this game, though, is the amount of puzzles. You know, Resident Evil games have puzzles, but this game has a puzzle like maybe every 5 or 10 minutes. There's a lot of puzzles in this game. As you heard, I am doing no weapon. I will be beating the game without firing one single bullet. No darts, no bullets, no grenades, nothing. So, you might be thinking, oh, hey, what about bosses? The bosses, you actually don't have to fight. You can run away from them until certain things trigger. But we'll get to that once we get there. For now, let's just jump right in. And hope you guys enjoy.
You have.
Whew. Alrighty. This game does have a lot of cutscenes that can't be skipped, but one good upside about that is you get to hear the wonderful voice acting in this game. It's pretty nice.
Something's wrong. The lights in the guardhouse are out.
Maybe this has been a wild night of partying for the guards. You know, a little song, a little dance.
Stay here, Junior. Leave the guards to me.
Hey, did you hear what he just called me?
Forget about it.
He called you
Just
cool.
let Gale handle
He
this.
called you a cool boy.
All right, it's clear.
These are our heroes for the next hour to 2 hours. Gale, Rick, and Virginia.
Okay, let's do this.
Virginia being the other great
Facility and
a red-headed protagonist
first floor.
of the survival horror franchise, the other being
Access
Claire.
all the security systems from there. I'll contact you as soon as I've cleared the room.
Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Finally get to move. That's nice, and there we go. Sorry, controller's being weird.
Let me guess. This is some of your handiwork, right?
The brass is warm.
Brass is still warm.
As he touches the floor.
These guards were shooting at something very recently.
So who were they fighting?
This wasn't much of a fight. I don't think these guards hit anything before getting sliced and diced.
But from what? Was
Whatever
it
they were shooting at
a
came from
zombie?
there.
Was it a hunter? What could it be?
But I still say you could have done this.
It was Tyrant.
Very funny. We still need to figure out what happened here. Continue to sweep the area.
Alright. So we're gonna sweep the area because we gotta listen to our fearless leader. So just like Resident Evil games, we got the cool door loading segments. Oops. Please. There we go. What's really nice, it actually tells you where you're going. Oh my goodness, my controller is being silly.
Rick here. I'm in. The place is deserted, though. I have a very bad feeling about this.
How's the progress going with that security system?
The progress.
I don't know what's been going on here, but it looks like
That green light is so bright it's shining through her skin.
God.
Same here.
As long as that's the situation, there's not a lot I can do. Why don't you believe you can gain access to the backup generators on the ground level?
I'm on it.
That's what we're gonna go do, is go to the backup generators and do a
What are
puzzle.
you doing here?
I caught the last part of your conversation.
By the way, I found a key.
Hand it over. Let's head outside.
You know, it's kind of unfair that, you know, I found that key, did all my hard work, and Gail's just like, hey, give me that. So a neat little trick that you can do in this game is when the screen is starting to fade back in, you actually can go ahead and start moving. So you can actually position yourself to the direction that you want to go. And like most survival horror games, going in a diagonal is really quick. It's a lot quicker than going in a straight line.
That's disgusting.
Best line in the game, right there.
He's been
Just
eviscerated.
doesn't even care.
Test that straight out.
That's ketchup,
Look
dog.
at those tooth marks. It had to be some sort of animal.
Only just realizing it was an animal, even though Gale clearly said something killed them, and it had to have been big. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be the first, I guess, battery puzzle. Pretty much just match the colors on the wall. The cool thing is, there's 3 battery puzzles in the game. The order will always be red, blue, green, white. Alright, head back outside and... Oh no! That's the weirdest zombie I've ever heard. Gee, where did Gale go? Oh no. He spilt his ketchup on the ground. And here is the enemy you're going to see the most of, the Velociraptor. Velociraptors are kind of the basic enemy, so like comparing to like zombies in Resident Evil. One thing though that's very different about the raptors comparing like to the zombies, when like trying to dodge an enemy in a Resident Evil game, the initial like run pass by the zombie is like the scariest part, because you know they grab pretty quick. In this game, raptors take a very, very long time to actually do anything. They do have some tells to see what attack they're actually going to do. But most of the time, you can just run right past them, and then they can start chasing you. The good thing is they do run faster than Virginia, but they always stop to attack, so they never will hit you as long as you keep running. The scary part is that if they do catch up to you and they start attacking you, it is hard to get away from them, and you are going to take a lot of damage. Comparing to, like, getting bit once by a zombie in Resident Evil, you might stay in, like, normal, like, it's like in green health. You'll be in fine condition. In this,
You're not gonna believe this.
you're probably going to be put in, like, yellow caution.
Dinosaur.
Now that's a good one. So, who was it? Barney?
This
Yes,
isn't
it
a
was
joke,
Barney.
idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For real, what's going on over there? Alright, head over to the control room and we'll sort out this whole situation.
Alright. Right there, you saw me quick turn. What's really cool about quick turning in this game, instead of it being like down in the action button to turn around, they actually have a dedicated button for it, so it makes quick turning 100% consistent. Who could have done this? Go up into this vent. Vents are pretty cool. They let you go to different areas of the building a lot quicker. But, of course, we'll only be going up to them when it's optimal. And now we're at the control room. Got another cutscene right here.
What's our status?
This security system is a snap for me. Real amateur stuff. So,
Rick
what
casually
exactly
typing on a
happened
keyboard with
here?
his
You said that he was a
fingers glued together. It's like a boxing. It's like a boxer
I couldn't
using a
believe it.
keyboard with his gloves.
I just hope he's still alive. Anyway, our first priority is to complete the mission.
What we ought to do is just call in the chopper and get off this death trap.
That's a great idea, but Cooper has the radio, and he's missing.
Oh yeah, I should explain like why we're here. We're trying to find Dr. Kirk.
Hey, what's with this monitor?
That's
The government wants him because he has research about this thing called the third energy. So his whole mission is just trying to find Dr.
Power
Kirk.
still hasn't been restored to the area.
And of course when we get here, nothing works.
Have that area wired to
Good old
the
survival horror
power system
fashion.
in the ground level.
We can investigate that area after we finished our sweep of the ground level.
Okay, then I'll take care of the shutters that are blocking the way. You work your way in, grab the dock, and then rendezvous back here.
Perfect. This sounds like this mission will take like a whopping 10 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah. Now what I want to know is where those things are coming from.
Gee, I wonder where they're coming from. Now now all of a sudden he believes. It's not just Barney. Alright, this room we're gonna grab a few items. Flick a few switches. And I'll turn on the computer and the safe that's over here. Don't need to grab what's in that box. Ah! Sorry, I got spooked. Grab this. And codes in this game don't change. The only time the codes will change is if you're playing, like, PC. And I think, maybe, the Japanese version of the game, the codes are different. Right there, the game asked me if I wanted to save. Like, Resident Evil, they have, like, the typewriter. With this game, whenever you leave, like, certain rooms, they'll ask you if you want to save, and that's the only time you can.
Already? That was quick.
Another mechanic of the game is these shutters. You can actually, like, trap raptors and other enemies behind them to where they can't attack you. But we actually won't be doing that. It takes way too long. Best plan is just to dodge them. Usually not too bad. Like I said, they take a long time to attack. But that's mainly raptors. Oh god, he's chasing. Ah! Okay, we're good. I always like this cutscene because it's like, oh my god. Look how creepy it looks. They play the creepy music and it just looks just completely normal. Alright, go outside. Need to grab an enemy from a body out here. So some of those items that we're picking up, they're called DDK discs, and there's DDK discs like right there. Well, but that was one of the different ones. It's the code disc. These items specifically will open certain doors. You have to kind of solve like a word puzzle to get through them first, but you need the code disc and the actual DDK disc in order to access them, and you need to have the ones of the same letter. So like we have the code disc for H and the DDK disc for H. And that's actually what's crazy is with the word puzzle. Well, you know what? Here, we're about to get to it. There's a sleepy boy right there. I'll explain how these puzzles work. So the code disc is going to give you like a hint on how to solve it, and then you kind of like follow the key. So there's B, C, F, G, I. If we take out B, C, F, G, and I out of those letters up top, it'll actually give us the answer, which is head. And just like that, door is open. That's it. All the word puzzles are different, though. They progressively get harder.
Survival.
And that was DDK H. So each disc has a letter, and that letter will be the first letter of the word that will open the
Do
door.
you know where I can find Dr. Kirk?
Kirk!
That fool. What's he plotting now?
I don't know, you tell me.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, please.
Here. Take this.
What's this for?
It's a big glass window.
I don't know.
I hope something doesn't, like, jump out and scare us.
Extremely vital.
Alright. Grab this DDK disc, and we got a little small puzzle. Just pretty much have to know what side to put these on to get this safe to open. And you have to do some stuff to go and find this code, but since codes don't change, it doesn't matter. Grab this card, and we're ready to... Oh my god! The Snackerino.
Oh, God. Get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the T-Rex from We're Back. So you can actually shoot this guy and make him go away, but you can just run right past him. The T-Rex is actually the main boss in the game. He's the only boss in the game. And we'll have 4 encounters with him, so that was the first one. The next encounter won't be for like another, 30 or so minutes. Also, every time you enter a room with an enemy, they're not always going to be in the same spot. So there is RNG in that aspect. Alright, come down here. We're going to do another DDK door. But not until Rick is like, hey, how's it going?
I've unlocked the shutters near the entrance. One more thing. I just caught a glimpse of something on the monitor that looked human. It should be somewhere near the front of the training room. So, check there first.
Alright, so we're going to go to the training room, since Rick saw something. Alright. Pretty much the same thing. If you take out certain letters, you'll be able to figure out the code. This one is newcomer. And there's like 4 more DDK puzzles. Like I said at the beginning of the run, there's a lot of puzzles in this game. This game is more about, like, menuing than anything else. Oh, God. We're about to get pincered. This part can actually be kind of scary if you do get attacked. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. Oh, he's gonna bite. He's gonna bite. Yep. That sucks. Gotta shake him off. Ooh, okay. You kind of see me bleeding. If you ever get bitten and you see a blood trail, it means you're starting to bleed out and you're slowly losing health. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's my controller being funny. So we have to use a hemostat to stop the bleeding. And then right here we have a danger segment. Anytime the words danger, or the word danger pops up, you gotta mash all the buttons as quick as possible. If you don't, you will take damage from whatever enemy's trying to attack you. And I think there's an instant kill scenario later on.
What is it? Another lizard?
That's no lizard. It's a dinosaur.
It's a lizard, Gale.
Dinosaur.
Look, something's really wrong with this.
Yep, my controller's kind of weird. Like, it's been acting up on me lately, and I don't have another one right now.
It's always eater.
And I won't have time to get another one before certain submission deadlines are done.
Anyone
So,
on the dock yet?
just gotta rock with it. It's not too bad. As long as the gun didn't shoot something, it's fine.
My radio's dead, and he's the only one who can fix it.
We're technically, this is like pacifist. We're not allowed to kill anything. Alright, so these guys got the better of me. Let's see if they get the better of me this time. Good. Okay. There is a chance this raptor can come into this room with me since he was so close to the door. Let's see if that happens. Yep. Yeah, just because you leave it to another room doesn't mean you're safe. Raptors will chase you. Okay. And now we're moving on to another plug, or battery puzzle. Alright. Kinda lame to have to use the hemostats so early, but... usually I don't get bitten right there, but it can happen. I forgot to grab. We need this battery to even do the puzzle. There we go. Use that. Like I said, it's always going to be red, blue, green, white. So if you know that, it makes these puzzles specifically a lot easier. Alright, now Rick's about to call us and tell us to go back to the control room.
That you, Regina?
Yeah? So, do we have power yet?
We're in the green, thanks to you.
Everyone is so calm and cool.
I need you to come back here.
Like, there's dinosaurs running about that will kill you. Like, why is everyone so calm? I guess it's not as scary as zombies and terrifying mutant monster things. Alright, gonna head back to the control room. I guess one thing, when we do start the game, we start with bullets, a hemostat, and 2 medkits, and oh god! So that guy can either jump out the first time when I was heading back, or if he doesn't jump out there, he'll jump out right there every single time. So now that guy's going to be in that hallway now. And we do have to backtrack there one more time. But yeah, we start with quite a bit of items. I feel like this game gives you more stuff because of how aggressive the dinosaurs can be.
What's the emergency?
Another cool thing is they implement darts. You can actually just tranquilize enemies, and the strength of like the dart will determine how long the dinosaur will stay asleep. So you can either do that or you can kill them. Darts are honestly more common than bullets.
It's a distress signal from one of our team members. It must be Cooper.
Yeah, or it might be Tom. He infiltrated this facility posing as one of the researchers. Can you pinpoint the signal?
It's coming from outside of the building, to the east of the rear entrance we came in from.
Look, we'll deal with it later. Our first priority is the survivor in the underground. It could be the doc.
What are you talking about? He's asking for our help. We don't leave our own behind.
Eternal conflict.
Would you want one of us to come and rescue you?
Don't bother.
So we got the guy that wants to save his comrade, and we have the guy that cares about the mission.
We're not here
And
to babysit.
this is where you get this really cool dynamic of where you want to take the story. We are going to be given a decision right here to either do Gale's idea or do Rick's idea. Sadly, the last decision in the game is the only decision that determines what ending you get. But we will be doing the fastest choice, and that'll be Gale's choice. So we're going to follow him to the underground and see what that movement disturbance was. Rick's going to go try to find our comrade. Hopefully he'll do fine. He'll do fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. Alright. We also go down here because we're actually going to pick up a... We have to pick up a key item. And we also will be able to get some med kits. So all together we'll have like 4 med kits or 3 med kits. 3 med kits. Because we start with 1 med kit. There we go. Grab that ID card, and then that's one of those doors where you can save. So you just gotta kind of remember what doors do what. All right. Oh yes, those are enemies, by the way. Tiny dinos. Oh, what are they called? Like Compso something. Compso Ganathus.
Hey, wait!
You guys ever played The Lost World? arcade game, the Jurassic Park game. Everyone played that game when they were a kid. Come on. The railgun shooter. It's those things. Good thing about those things in this game is that they're not that strong. They don't really ever will hurt. They will only hit you if you're just standing there.
Drop what you're doing and get over here.
I can see an elevator from here. Maybe I can use that to go down from the first floor.
We're just gonna call them mini dinos. You'll see them right here, and we'll see them one other time in the run. But they are really, really slow, and they should never, ever do damage to you. Alright, so Gale saw Dr. Kirk right there and is chasing him, and is now in a different part of the building. We actually have to get this. We just picked up an ID card, but we don't have the right clearance, so we're actually trying to change the ID card into something else. So we're going to go in here and get the item that we need to actually start doing the changes for the ID card. We actually need a set of fingerprints in order to change the card. So we just got the fingerprint device and a DDK disc. Oh, don't hit me. One of the scariest things the raptors can do is a tail swipe. It'll knock you on the ground. If you're holding an item, like a weapon, it has a chance of dropping it. So then you'd have to pick up your item, re-equip it, and most likely going to be either getting bitten, tail swiped again, and worst case scenario, actually getting grabbed. The worst thing that can happen is like getting, what happened to me earlier was getting jumped on and getting bitten. You have a higher chance of bleeding at that point. So we're going to use the ID card on this computer. We gotta use the guy's fingerprints we just got. We need to use his actual code. And now we have a rewritten ID card. This will allow us to get to the elevator and do a bunch of stuff. But first, we need to go somewhere else and grab a different... we need to grab another item before we actually head to where Gale went. Wonder how Rick's doing. Hopefully we'll get an update from him. Man, I bet our good friend Tom is doing A-okay. They're probably getting some lunch, chilling. Oh, how is he?
And
I was too late. I didn't make it.
I blame you. I blame you, Rick.
Back in the control room.
You were too slow.
I'm going to continue working on the system.
Alright, our comrade's dead. That's sad. Alright, there's two raptors in here. We want them to be asleep. They are both awake and they are both in bad positions. Yep. So that one was able to get a grab off. This guy has a chance of grabbing me. We are bleeding and low on health. And we're going to keep on bleeding right here, which is really lame. So, getting grabbed like that or getting tackled are the worst things that can happen. Hey, it's a Petronodon. These guys are fun. No, my gun, I need that. Alright. Yeah, we're still bleeding. Just gotta deal with it. Grab that disc. This guy has something we need. Not the computer, the guy. Okay. No. Go through door. There you go. Alright. Gotta dodge these pterodactyl boys. These guys can be really annoying. Okay, he didn't knock me down. If they knock you down, you have to mash to get up, but if you don't mash quick enough, they can actually come down and grab you. which waste a bunch of time. Alright, got a pipe puzzle right here. Just pretty much red, green, blue, red, green, blue. And don't you worry your pretty little head. We'll be fine in terms of health. We still got 2 med kits, and then later on I'm actually gonna make more. Oh, that was a weird camera angle. There we go. Because surprisingly enough, the first half of the game isn't that bad to deal with without having, without having to kill anything. This first part is not that bad, but the second half is really difficult. Get like upgraded velociraptors and these other enemies that are really, really scary. It's where like the big damage comes in. Think of it like when you're playing like Resident Evil and you encounter hunters. That's pretty much the second half of the game. Alrighty, now we gotta go all the way back to the big elevator. Boo! Alright. This part makes no sense. Why he fly in there? Why he fly in there? He didn't have to. There's no way Virginia shaking him off did that. There's no way. Alright, we finally stopped bleeding on our own, so we'll stop losing health, which is nice. Oh, did we? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. It sure did look like we did, though. The blood was taking a lot longer to come out. Alrighty. Now we're getting to the crane puzzles. Crane puzzles in this game are dumb. So we have to, like... Our path is blocked, so we have to use a crane to pick up these big, huge containers. We have to do these in, like, a certain order to make the... like, to open up the path as quick as we can. And you'll kind of see how it works. There'll be these cards that we actually have to put in order, and then the machine will go in the order that we put them in. You know what? I think I'm actually going to grab the med kit that's in here, just as a little safety strat. Since we're still bleeding a little bit. There's a... push this thing, and there'll be a med kit behind here. Oh, that's actually even better. Here, let me do this puzzle, then I'm going to explain to you what that is. So we'll pick this one up. 1 left, 2 up, release, 1 down, hook. 1 left, 2 up, release, 1 down, hook. Alright, now that path's open. The thing about items in this game is that it's random. Items will randomly appear in certain spots, and those items won't always be the same. I never usually get that item that I just got from underneath that that shelf. Usually it's a medium med kit. This time it's a recovery aid. Recovery aids are awesome. They are absolutely pivotal sometimes in this run. There's a really cool mechanic that they add in this game called mixing. You can take items that you have and mix them together to make stronger versions of whatever it is. So we have right now 2 medium med kits. If I mix the recovery aid with the 2 medium med kits, I'll get like 3 large med kits. So I'll heal more. Large med kits can actually stop bleeding. It's really cool. And I'm actually supposed to get one of those later on in the run, but I don't have to do this other strat now since I went ahead and got that. So that's actually really cool. Oh, he's in a bad spot. He is usually not right there. And that other T-Rex from the hallway came into the room too. All these angry boys. Alright, since we did all that stuff, the elevator actually works now, so we can actually get to where Gale is. Ugh. Whoa! Smart Raptor. Danger segment right here. This part can be kind of scary. It kind of depends what the Raptor does. Okay, I think we're good. He's gonna start chasing us, but we're already by the door. Answer to this one is laboratory. Alright. That guy won't follow us in here either. Alright, now we're starting to get to like this... this technically is like the scary part of the first half of the game. There's a lot of raptors. There's 2 raptors in here. Again, they could be in way different positions. The best case scenario is if they're both laying down asleep, but that usually never happens. Alright. Turn on this computer. We need to open up a door from right here in a different room. Alright. So what I'm supposed to do is actually, like, grab this plug. Plugs can help open up boxes that are around the game, and those boxes will have items. And usually I get a recovery aid from a box later on, but since I got that one, I might be able just to grab something else. Alright, now we're getting to the gas puzzle. Yes, there's puzzles in this game, have I mentioned? What you're trying to do is you're trying to save this guy from dying, but it's actually quicker to kill him. There we go. And then we neutralize the gas so we can actually go in there. He has a key that we need. We're just going to take it from him. How he do that? He's a smart man. Look at him. Alright, another danger segment. Mash them buttons. So right there, you can actually use the gas to choke him out and just kill him. What's scary, though, is if you take too long, the raptor will jump through the glass and start attacking you. So it's best just to run away. Alright. So we just got this chip. Alright, he turned it a good way. And he didn't grab, so that's good. Now we're about to do a thing called... I call these light puzzles. They're pretty self-explanatory, you'll see. Alright, use the chip. Put in the code. The code was actually on the chip itself. Alright, so now we have to take these shapes, I guess these lights, and turn them into the shape down there. This. There we go. Just like that. Just mash those text boxes. So that activated this, so now we can go use the key card on this little locker over here. And this will give us the right key card. We got the left key card earlier when we got attacked by the T-Rex, but now we have both of them, so now we can start getting closer to the second part of the game. Make a circle, go back over here. Alright. Should be safe. And we need a little help from Gale, so we're going to call Gale into this room.
I finally made it to the entrance of the doctor's lab.
Good work.
The door looks like it needs 2 people working in tandem to unlock it.
Sit tight. I'll be right there. So, what's our status?
Here, take this.
Ready?
All right. We're going to go into Dr. Kirk's secret lab. We're going to find him. We're going to get out of here.
2, 3.
Psych, it's another door that you need a DDK disc for, but good thing we already have them. These puzzles are actually really fun to find out later, like the later ones. They get really complex. Oops. I don't need to save. Who saves? Virginia is now coming in contact with the weird ball of energy, and we don't know what it is. And just like that, it's gone. So we pretty much come in here just to see if Dr. Kirk was in here, and he wasn't, so now we're gonna go tell Gale.
He's not here.
Why? This operation is taking way too long already.
Warning. The emergency system has been activated.
What?
Emergency lockdown in progress.
No! We're trapped in here forever.
What's going on?
Oh, Kirk must have tripped off the security system. That fool.
What's your status, Regina? I'm reading an emergency lockdown in your section.
We're trapped inside here. Kirk must have triggered it off.
Kirk.
We didn't touch anything.
Can you clear it?
I'll see what I can do.
What's wrong with this thing?
What's wrong with this thing? You know what's
Way
wrong.
out somehow.
Alright, since Gale doesn't know what he's doing, we gotta save the day. Grab a screwdriver, and we're gonna unscrew this panel right here. Now we got this layered puzzle. You gotta stack these like rectangle or these squares on top of each other to make the shape in the bottom left. I did a blind race of this game about 2 years ago, and that puzzle took me forever because I didn't get it. I also was like 5 hours deep at that point, so
Until this section is sealed off.
I get a lot of hate from that race because I did so bad at the puzzles.
We're on our way out.
That's great. But the entire
All right.
underground area is crawling with dinosaurs.
Once again, another plot choice.
Sweat it. I'll take them all out one by one if I have to.
Do we do Gale's way and just tank through dinosaurs?
But I have a better
Or we do Rick's way and go down the secret passageway?
in a dog's private
The choice is yours and yours alone.
clean break to them.
Are you sure?
$1 to anyone that knows what that's from.
There's one problem. The hatch is password locked through the mother system.
Forget it. If you can't crack the code before the dinosaurs rush in, we'll be completely trapped.
I mean, to be real, Gale's kind of a realist. He kind of says how it is.
They don't.
The dude has no idea. Like, Rick has no idea if he can do this or not.
Make your choice.
You might as well just tank through the dinosaurs, man. You've already done it once before. So here we go. This is where we can actually start taking, this is where you would usually start taking most of your damage. Because these guys are hyper aggressive now. None of them are ever going to be asleep. Ooh, that was a quick bite. We're not bleeding, we're not in caution, so we're good. See what this guy does. Where's he at? Alright, good, good, good. They were in good positions. Sometimes they're, a Velociraptor can be right by the door right when you walk through it, and they will quick bite you. What's this guy doing? This guy can be a jerk. He's jumping. Ah! You don't want to get jumped. Oh, you don't want to get jumped by them. You've already seen what happens once. Alrighty. So we're heading back to the crane puzzle room. That's where we're following Gale. Now we're here, and I'm gonna let this cutscene play out. You kind of get an understanding of Dr. Kirk and why we're trying to capture him. So enjoy.
You're a lucky guy, Doc.
So this must be the elusive Dr. Kirk.
Yeah. Gave us quite a run for our money. You get around, don't you? Just like a rat. And you got this whole island set up as your little maze.
Well, I am glad I kept you entertained, tough guy.
Shut up.
I'm surprised they sent someone after me. I had heard they reported me as deceased.
If that's the way you want it, I'd be more than happy to oblige. So what'll it be, genius?
Relax, Agent. My study is nearing its final stages. Magnificent, isn't it? But I can't leave before I've analyzed the final results.
I don't give spit about your results. I'm taking you back under orders, so shut up and follow me. Regina, locate the communication facility and call in the extraction team.
You can't do this! I have rights!
According to command, your government property, pal. I suggest you take it up with them.
No! They can't do this to me! They deserted me 3 years ago and now they want me back? This is preposterous!
Shut up.
Then shoot me, idiot! You lame, flat-top, jaw-headed...
Shut up. Where's the communication room?
Take the elevator up from the control room.
I need a card to access that elevator. I know you've got one. Hand it over, Doc.
Fine.
So, we're all set then. I'll meet you at the heliport.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
I have a little unfinished business to take care of. I'll drop this guy off with Rick. Now get moving.
Unfinished business?
So the communication room was in the control room the whole time. We just didn't have the right key card to make it in. Now we do. We're going to head all the way back to the control room. Oh, God. Okay, that was scary. That scared me a lot, actually. Alright, this guy might come in here. Alright, we're good. There's the pupper dinos again. There we go. Say bye to them, because they're useless. They're useless enemies. Alrighty, now we're back at the control room. There is a button here. Will you press it? No. Leaves elevator. Game ends. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, that was like the... that was my bottle of water, like, just popping really loud. Alright. Hey, dynamic camera angle. Neat. Alright, let's activate this antenna and call the helicopter and get off this crazy island. Alright, let's head back to the control room and meet up with everybody and go home. Easy peasy. Oh wait, what's that? Couldn't be. The door's magically locked.
What happened? The emergency lock on the second floor's just been activated.
I'm a bit busy right now. Do something about it.
T-Rex 2 The Reckoning.
Release the lock.
Alright, this part can be kind of scary. He can pretty much kill you. And we have to be patient and wait for this door to open. There we go. That was really, really good. We successfully dodged the T-Rex without taking any damage, so that's really, really good. If he does hit you, you do take a lot of damage, and once you're at low enough health, he will just instant kill you. He'll grab you and eat you. At that point, you would start right at that spot where you'd have to deal with him again. So the time loss isn't bad, but for submitting like this game on a leaderboard, it won't be considered as a single segment anymore. It'll be considered segmented, so it would actually null and void your run. But if you're going for segmented, I mean, it's whatever, but it's not the proper way to do a segmented run.
Don't waste any time. And remember, use the main entrance to get to the heliport.
One of the main reasons the leaderboards do that is because when you die, you go back to whatever the last checkpoint was, and the in-game timer will actually go back that much too. So, since it alters the in-game timer, dying in a run is considered the run being over. Alright. Back to the main hall. And we're gonna get off this wacky island full of big lizards. This is where I came. This is where I was earlier, picking up a DDK disc. But now pteranodons are like here. Alrighty, I have a very specific way of moving right here to make sure I do dodge the pterodactyl's attack, just like that. As long as you ride up against the wall and the second the camera angle changes and you move away from it, he will always miss. Let's see if there's an item right here. Nope. Usually an item will spawn right there, and most of the time it's a med kit, but like I said, items can change. The only time items don't change is when you use plugs to open up boxes. Those items will always stay the same. Hey, an escape section without a puzzle would be boring, right? So here's a box puzzle for you. Did I mention this game had puzzles? This part's a little slow. Gotta push 3 more boxes. But right there, look, it says exit. After that, it's done, right? We'll go home, and it's a Shinji Mikami game, so we're probably gonna fly into the sunrise, and it's gonna play dramatic music. It's gonna be great. Screw Dr. Kirk. We have him. I mean, we're good. Mission's over. In this room, you can actually grab the grenade launcher, but we don't get cool items like that. Not in No Weapon. Alright, guys, we did it. We did it. Except we didn't because the T-Rex decided to take down the chopper. T-Rex Encounter 3. Right here, we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie and wait until a cutscene triggers. You can actually fight him right here, and once you do enough damage, Rick will come out and be like, hey, come this way. But since we're not allowed to shoot, we have to just keep running in a circle until the cutscene triggers. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. You don't want to just keep running in circles. You want to make sure he's constantly behind you. Because if you go too quick, he'll turn around and start going the opposite direction. Also, the fire doesn't really have a hitbox either, so you can just kind of glide right past it. Wait for him to catch up. Just casually walk. Get away from me. Do the dance. Do the stutter step. I'm dancing on you. Let's go. Oh god. Get away from me. He's a frustrated boy. He can't catch me. Oh my god, please stop roaring and chase me. There we go. So it's really cool that, like, the game developers actually thought about this and was like, hey, you don't have to fight him. So it's cool that it makes no weapon a possibility.
We're screwed. The chopper's history.
All right, we're now at the second part of the game. We're about, like, I would say like 60% done.
Wow, come on. You're never this positive.
What happened?
Only bad part is this part of the game is where it gets difficult.
We'll have to find another way.
We will hardly ever see regular raptor enemies anymore. Think of this like in Resident Evil when you start seeing like hunters and lickers and stuff way more often. What is it? It's the T-Rex, isn't it? Oh god, here we go. Oh, nope, it's just these guys. These guys that don't even matter. Worst enemies in game. Alright, there. We picked up a disc right there, and we also have to examine that note, or we can't leave this area. There's some information in that note that Virginia needs to tell Rick.
You done yet?
What do you mean? Of course. Let's get moving.
So, I think I found a way out of here.
Right on, girl. Let's hear it. Okay, we're here again. Now what?
We should be able to get to the underground port from here.
Yeah. Then let's do it.
Hurry! I'm worried about Gale.
Our fearless leader? Fine. Let's move out.
Yeah, this cutscene's really long. You gotta hear all the exposition.
What happened?
Ah, this piece of junk must have blown a fuse.
Who turned out the lights? Who did that? Hey, there's my gun.
What's going on? The power went up.
Game's like, hey, you need this
Are you on
gun.
floor B3?
You should use it.
Yeah. Get
I'm
the
not
power
gonna use
online
it.
now.
Gale, it looks like there's a port nearby. There's gotta be a ship we can use.
Copy. Leave Kirk to me. You two get the power back online and secure our escape route.
Roger.
Alright, so now we're at the lower part of this base. And this place is scary.
What the? This battery's completely dead.
Alright, now that we're able to move again, we gotta go grab this battery so we can give it to Rick. And we're gonna head back over there to him.
Perfect. This is all we need to restore the power. I'll work on the security system. You handle our escape route.
You handle all the scary parts while I sit in a room and do nothing. You got it. Gotta pick up these 2 cards, because we're about to do another crane puzzle. This one, way more complex than the last one. Oh hey, what's that? Oh, it's a disc I need. Let's just walk over there and grab it. Nothing bad surely to happen. Oh god, why? Pretty sure if you don't do the mashing right there, it's an instant kill. So those are called Therizzinosauruses. They're like, think of them like upgraded raptors. They aren't the strongest enemy in the game, but they're like 3rd strongest. They hurt. They actually have an instant kill attack, so it's really, you have to be really cautious around them. This crane puzzle has a lot of inputs into it. 1 down, 2 left, release. There we go. Gotta do 4 more, or not 4 more, 3 more. All because of the OP Dino just had to hit that chain and block the path. All that. Yeah, those guys hurt. They have like 5 different attacks. They can attack with like just a claw. They can attack with both claws. They can grab you. They have like the trample attack that they do is an instant kill. One thing that just makes them so scary is that if you actually are shooting them with a weapon, normal bullets really don't do much to them. You need to shoot them with, like, grenades. Alright, that should be it. Alright, path is clear. Another thing, depending on what difficulty you pick, so we're playing on normal, the health point totals will be different for all the enemies. And enemies can do critical hit damage in this game, so you can get unlucky and take more damage than usual. Alright. All that for that DDK disc, but now we can move on. There's no more crane puzzles, thank goodness, so... Oop, caught on the wall. Right here I'm gonna grab an item from this box. This is where I would usually grab the health aid, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the multiplier, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the hemostat, just in case we get bit again and we start bleeding. But with those things, we're pretty much safe from any bad things happening. Let's see if I can't get this happened right here, too. No. There's sometimes, like, an invisible wall right there, and you can't walk right past it. You have to get, like, farther away from the wall. It just extends out more than it should. Alright. This is where dodging gets scary. Those Therizinosaurus always attack in twos. There's always going to be two of them around when you go into a room. So good RNG right there. They were in good positions. Their back was facing me, so they always have to turn around before they attack. Let's see what these guys are doing. There's actually a laser field in here, and sometimes they like to play with it. Nice. That was good. Good RNG. Good RNG. Having them both side by side right there with their backs facing me was really good. And then right here, just regular old Velociraptor, but he's only annoying when we come back down through this vent. He can block you, and he can do a lot of damage to you. Alright, need to go into this room. We need to talk to Gale about absolutely nothing. More so him just saying, Dr. Kirk's running out of places to hide.
Yeah. Well, at least Kirk's running out of places to hide.
Like, you have to trigger this cutscene. It's so pointless. There's going to be a card over here that we need to grab. Oh god. What now? What could it be? I hope nothing jumps out and spooks me. I don't like that. Alright, these are blue raptors. Blue raptors are the strongest enemy in the game, besides like the T-Rex. So basic enemy, these are the scariest enemies to come up against. They do a lot of damage. They have all like the normal attacks that like a regular raptor has, but they have one really unique attack, and it's like a running like headbutt, and if it hits you, they will run until you hit a wall, and they pin you against the wall. I've had it to where, like, I would be at the very opposite end of a hallway where I needed to be, and I'll get hit by that attack and just have to run all the way back. But, of course, taking a crap ton of damage. Alright. He did not get in our way. Good. Honestly, that can be a run killer right there. That raptor blocking your path, you can lose, like, 40 seconds. And it's just because, like, it's such a close-quartered hallway. If he knocks you down with his tail, you're probably going to get knocked down one or two more times. Alright, I'm probably going to get hit right here. Yeah. I need to show you the mixing mechanic. So we're going to take the med kits and mix it with the recovery aid. And now we got 3 large med kits. As you can see, we can't mix anymore. Once an item reaches a certain point in potency, you can't do anything else to it. Oh, cool. The guy did. Usually those Therizinosaurus will come in here. At least one of them will. And when they come in here, it makes this backtracking part really difficult. So it's really good luck that didn't happen.
Regina.
Fun fact about the Therizinosaurus. In real life, these were herbivores and had longer necks than any of the ones that you see in Dino Crisis. They also a lot bigger.
Sounds like we're not the only ones having problems.
Mondays, am I right?
You're amused. But if that guy gets eaten, we're going to have to retrieve the key from that dinosaur's stomach. You've got to save him.
Alright, time to tank through dinosaurs. Grab that chip. We'll need that later. Let's see if this guy's gonna come in here or not. So he usually does. Yep, there he is. He's mad. Okay, he missed. That's good. Hopefully we'll get good positioning right here. We have to backtrack to this hallway one more time, and it can get scary. Oh, that's scary. You never want to get hit by that, because that will knock you down. That's the two-clawed attack. If they do that two-claw attack to knock you down, there's a chance that they can do the leg bite, which is even worse. Just constantly take damage. And I'm gonna hug this wall over here to make this cutscene trigger quicker. So the guy said they was being chased by a lizard. He called the T-Rex a lizard, just a basic lizard for this monstrosity. Also, this T-Rex knows how to use elevators. He is now a sleepy boy. He knocked himself out, so we won't have to worry about him for a bit. Go ahead and grab this battery since the big elevator doesn't need it anymore. And this will be our last battery puzzle. A, C, D, and then not C again, which it should have been. Red, blue, green, white. Remember that order and you're in the clear every time. Alright, now we gotta get back to Rick since we got those keys. Oh, well, sorry, we haven't got the keys yet, that's what we're about to grab. Now we can go in here and grab these. Also say hi to my gun, it's still just laying on the ground, wanting to be used, but... Oops. So those guys got attacked by a T-Rex, and like, they're not dismembered or anything, and also the T-Rex just didn't just straight up eat them. Like, how does that even happen? It's a T-Rex, so just eat them. Wouldn't just, like, bite them once and let go. Ouch. My tummy. Let's see where this guy is. It's really, really bad when you can't see where they're at. Alright. We're still not in caution, so we're fine. Nice. Usually if he just does a normal claw attack, you'll get hit right there, but he went for the 2 claw. Alright, back in here.
Fast.
Yes.
But yeah, the blue velociraptors are stronger than the Therizinosaurus, which is crazy, because the Therizinosaurus are like way
Saw something
bigger.
like this in Kirk's personal lab.
Blue raptors just do way more damage.
This could be a problem.
This vortex must be the side effect of the third energy experiment.
So just like that thing that Virginia saw earlier, this is actually like a vortex that leads back to like the era of the dinosaurs, and that's where the dinosaurs are coming from.
To get around this thing?
That was Dr. Kirk's
Either we
big
find a
idea.
way or we both end up as dino droppings.
Not funny.
The third energy
I'll pull up any
reactor
data on the computer.
went off, and anything that was on this island way back in the day when dinosaurs were around came into the present time. So that's why dinosaurs are here in the first place. Exposition. So yeah, touching that would be bad. So we're not going to touch it. We got to figure out how to get that vortex to go away, though. Alright, now that we have the 2 keys that we need, we're gonna... Okay, good. Okay. We're gonna head to the security pass room. Oh, see, that's bad. You gotta be quick, you gotta mash and get back up. 2 claw attack hurts. Alright, we only got 1 med kit left, so we need to be really careful from now on. We should be fine though. There's like 1 more backtracking part that we have to do. It is if you're doing a run, it's pretty much the scariest part in the game, but we'll be fine. Grab that. We're about to do another light puzzle. Oh, boo. I was not close enough to the computer, so I took out the chip. So this one's a little bit more difficult. We actually have the ability to... We have to match 2 pillars, and we have the ability to, like, switch tiles over to the other side. Oops. I meant to do this. Alright, we're gonna switch. No, not that one. We're gonna switch that one for this one. And we're gonna switch this one for this one. Those are fun little puzzles when you are trying to figure them out for the first time. All these puzzles in this game are. Another DDK door. There's actually only 1 more of these to do. And the answer to this one is stabilizer. And now we're getting to the 3rd energy area. The machine that causes the 3rd energy to appear.
Sterilization is effective while in this state.
Alright, this is where the blue raptors can do that scary headbutt attack. positioning on both of them right there when I come into the room the first time is always the same. For the most part, at least for one of them. But when I leave is the problem. I have no idea where they are, and you get a bad camera angle the whole time. So you just have to get lucky. See, right? Oh, they're both here. Okay, that could have been really bad. Oh my god, that was scary. Alright, this is the last DDK code door. And lo and behold, last one is Dr. Kirk. Alright. And now we're at the third energy reactor. It's like Snake seeing Metal Gear Rex for the first time.
Great. See if you can activate it.
Very reminiscent. Also, like, the item box is also just kind of floating in plain sight, spinning in circles. Alright, I'm gonna go turn on the power for the control panel. It's another one of those tile puzzles that we did earlier during the lockdown segment. Alright, let's go check out the third energy panel. Alright, we're shutting it down right now. Oh, except we need the key. And Virginia gets mad? What was that noise? So you saw how clean this room was when I first went into it, and now all of a sudden there's just stuff everywhere. Don't know why. Don't know what it is. I don't know why it's brown. Use the FC device right there. Some fingerprints that we need to get. Specifically, they're Dr. Kirk's. Oh, there he is. Ooh, now we're in his lab. Alright. More exposition to let you guys enjoy the cutscene.
Carving a name for myself in history with the ultimate energy source.
Open your eyes, you freak. Your precious creation is nothing more than another weapon to be misused.
You seem to have a small degree of superficial intelligence. It's too bad that it is wasted on one who is about to die.
Rick, our target has been secured. Report here immediately. Sorry to interrupt your lecture, Doc. You were saying?
Yes, I was saying. I discovered how the third energy could affect space if it ran unchecked 3 years ago. I thought that the energy had the ability to transfer selective space to an alternate time-space continuum. But I was incorrect. The space was not transferred, it was exchanged. To put it in terms that even you can understand, third energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
What?
Yes. I came to these conclusions following this evening's final experiment. You've seen the effects yourself. Those beasts were occupying the space this facility is located on almost 65 million years ago.
Right. So that's how those dinosaurs appeared in our time.
Precisely. And that is what I have done.
Uh-huh. And how many people were sacrificed before you made this discovery?
Who cares? The numbers are quite irrelevant. Let's just say that there were many. Extraordinary deaths for ordinary men, don't you think?
Spoken like a true devil.
A god or a devil? I don't care about that. Only my experiment.
Enough. Only one thing matters at this point. Your grand invention is blocking our escape.
You need to destroy the vortex. The only way to do that is to allow the generator's third energy levels to overload. Theoretically speaking, the third energy and the vortex will cancel each other out if they come in contact with one another. But there is one small catch. If you cannot stop the generator's third energy overload, this entire region may be shifted to another point in the space-time continuum.
Then we'll just make sure to be somewhere else when the shift happens. No problem.
But we couldn't even activate the device.
You're missing the initializer and stabilizer, right?
Where are they?
Calm down. They should be stored in one of the security level A rooms on floor B3.
Very good, Doc. Now you understand our situation. We live, you live.
Okay, I'm all set to whip up a program that will send a stream of third energy into the vortex.
I'll keep an eye on the doctor. Regina, you go find those devices and overload the third energy. Remember, they're in a security level A room on floor B3.
Hold on. That whole floor is crawling.
As Rick is kind enough to tell us for the 1000th time, Virginia can't go down there because there's too many dinosaurs down there.
The disc contains the draft plans for the initializer and stabilizer. I stumbled over them while searching through the database. Fortunately, the room where the parts are stored is not far from here. We should gather up the parts and assemble the device.
Yes, let's just build this thing.
Regina doesn't have the technical knowledge for that. We don't even know if all the right parts are there.
Gail is...
Simply trying to hunt down the
might be like the bad choices in the game to pick, but it's the real choices to make.
You're the one who has to do this.
We already know the devices are complete somewhere. Why risk like the other one?
Okay, let's do it.
It's like the third time you've tanked through dinosaurs anyway. Why does he care?
Don't drop your guard for a second.
Alright, you guys remember when I did the crane puzzle in this area? Yeah, I gotta go all the way back there. So I gotta dodge a bunch of stuff. So this is why this part of the game can get really scary, because you can get bad luck and have to use a lot of med kits, and there's a good chance you can die. See how fast raptors are? They'll catch up to you, but the second they attack, you know, they lose speed. So they're never going to hit you as long as you keep running. Go back into the security pass room. Now that we got Kirk's fingerprints, we're going to change the ID card to him. And we pretty much get access to everything in this area, including an elevator that will get us back to the third energy panel a lot quicker. I'll just use this computer right here. I like this code. 3 + 1 is 4 + 1 is 5. Alright, we got Dr. Kirk's access, so now we can use the elevator. And we can actually operate the third energy panel. Alright. After we dodge this basic raptor in here, this is when the run will get a little scary. We have one large health kit, so we should be fine. We can take a few hits. I think we're at full health right now, so... See what this kind of RNG we get right here. Oh, that's bad. Alright. Those are the attacks we can't take. Alright, so now we gotta dodge these two. Alright. Go ahead and use the kit. Alright. There's now two Therizinosaurus in the crane room. Usually they're not a pain to deal with. The scary ones to deal with are the ones we just ran past, so... it'd be nice if we didn't take any damage right here, but... no promises. That's bad. See what this guy does. Alright, he's far away. Alright. That's just unfortunate because you get bad camera angles, man. You can't really see where they're at. Alright, we have the initializer and the stabilizer. You know what I'm going to do? Just to be a little safe, I'm going to pick up that recovery aid. I can't remember if you combine a hemostat with a recovery aid if it becomes a med kit. I think it does. I could be wrong, though. There's a lot of possible situations. Alright. Technically, just 2 more rooms that we have to dodge and we'll be safe. That is such bad luck, man. Alright, we're still not in caution. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna just grab the recovery aid since I already have that box open. Let's see. Yeah, we got medkits. Awesome. Makes 3 small medkits, which is perfect. And so, that's why I always like getting at least 1 plug for that box in there, because that box has pretty much everything you need as a backup. There was an item in there that you saw. It was called resuscitation. If I were to die, that would actually bring me back to life, but that's not legal in the speedrun. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Dodged him. Nice, I'm not even going to need those kits. Seriously, this is like the last part in the game where taking damage is probably going to happen, so... I actually made it with the normal amount of kits. Of course, this guy wants to try to come in here and do something. This elevator is going to take us right back to the 3rd energy room. Alright. Blink, blink.
Power for generator is connected. Announcement. Please place the initializer and the stabilizer in the generator.
I'm gonna. Alright, we just gotta place the initializer and stabilizer in their respective spots, and then we pretty much start the self-destruct sequence and escape the island. So right here it's just gonna be movement. Nothing more, no enemies to deal with, just know where, which parts go where, and that's about it. Nothing difficult. Alright, that's the initializer. Now we gotta go back upstairs and use the stabilizer. So we're overloading the third energy reactor. So it'll get rid of that portal to the port. And that's how we're gonna escape. If we were doing, like, any percent, or not any percent, if we were doing best ending, we would actually not go to the port, and we would go to an area in the central stairway, and then get to like a underground like airport. We'd find Kirk, and then we'd actually fight the T-Rex. But no, we're gonna head to the port. Activate this. Ooh, man, the Therizinosaurus has really messed me up this run. I think I got the double claw attack like 2 or 3 times. And then just all around, just bad positioning on them. Definitely we're in the blind spots of the camera.
There's no turning back once it overloads.
Then we won't look back. Crank that sucker and go out with a boom.
Go out with a boom. Gale is a nice guy.
point in saving me? How pathetic.
Alright, we need to get out of here. We need to go back to Gale. Don't bother me.
Okay. Just get Kurt.
Help me, I'm clipping through this pipe. Please help.
Oh, take this. Tag them.
There's a lot of blood.
Transmitter.
Gale. Gale.
A lot of blood for just the pipe falling on him.
All right. The overload levels are increasing. Just a little more. Looking good. Gale, what happened to him?
I don't know, but Kirk's gone.
Da 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 da.
I'm gonna kill him!
I mean, I guess.
This is it. All that's left is our escape. Let's go.
Wait, what about Kirk?
What about him? It's a miracle we're still alive at this point. Forget about him.
Don't forget the mission. You're not here to babysit.
Sorry, but I have a conscience. I'm taking you back, now.
No. You two get going. I'm going after Kirk.
What? You're insane! Don't you remember our situation? The third energy can't be...
And here's our final choice of the game.
It's suicide!
Dino.
Go after Gale.
Back in 30 minutes.
Don't go after Gale and leave the island.
Hey, do something!
Alright. This is the one time we choose Rick's idea, because it is quicker.
Gale.
What's funny, in Best Ending, you still pick all these choices, but you go to the other area anyway. You don't go to the port, you go somewhere else. What's funny is the T-Rex will actually destroy the hovercraft, and Rick will be like, "Where were you? The T-Rex destroyed the hovercraft. We don't know what to do now." And of course, you've already found like an underground teleport. But yeah, this is it. This is the final stretch of the game. We still have to do a little bit of dumb, mundane tasks, but nothing too ridiculous.
Okay, let's get out of here.
We can't. At least not yet. It needs fuel and some repairs before the...
Oh, of course it does.
I'll take care of the fuel then.
It looks like this thing's powered by some type of nuclear energy.
Here, take this thing. Go find some nuclear energy. Conveniently placed in these barrels outside. Yeah, look at that. Look at that billboard. This part's really annoying because this is a save door, so every time you leave to this door, you have to, like, skip through the save prompt. So it's like 4 times you have to skip through it. Ah! Alright. Or is it only 2 times? I don't think it does it on the way over here. Like when you were initially going through. No, okay, so it's only 2 times.
T-Rex again.
Leave him to me. You just work on getting that thing fixed.
Right. Hold up, Regina. Take this.
Take this rocket launcher. No, I'm good. I don't need it. Alright, so we're about to do Ring Around the Rosie Part 2. This time we just have to make one complete rotation around like these containers in the middle, and that'll be the run. If you have the rocket launcher at this part, there'll be if the T-Rex gets too close to you, it'll be like fire, fire, and you're supposed to turn around and shoot a rocket at it. But if you have solid movement, you can make it around the whole thing without ever having to fire a rocket.
Intruder detected.
So here we go.
Lockdown.
Oh, no, we're good. And that's Dino Crisis, no weapon.
Fire in the hole! Get down! All set? It's time to make like a tree and get out of here! Oh boy, I'd say it's time to run! Blast! It's gonna overtake us!
And just like all Shinji Mikami games, we fly into the sunrise. A job well done. So right there you kind of saw the T-Rex get sucked into the void. Technically, that's the good ending for the T-Rex. Because in the best ending, he gets exploded by bombs and dies. At least right there, he gets sent back to his own time. So we're just gonna watch the end credits and see what our end game time was. Verify that we did not use any continues. But of course we didn't. You guys were here the whole time. $145 is not too bad. It's like 5 minutes off record. Definitely good if this was in a marathon setting.
have mail.
I've got mail.
The final report of Operation Dr. Kirk. Agent name, Regina. Dr. Kirk. Status, unknown.
Due to unforeseen elements of the area, we were unable to recapture Dr. Kirk. His survival is unknown.
Gale. Status, alive.
Gale did survive, but he is seriously injured and is currently recovering at our military medical facility.
Rick. Status, alive.
Alive.
Rick is currently analyzing the data that was recovered from Ibis Island.
Regina. Status, alive.
As for myself, I'm ready to begin my next assignment.
Tom. Status, deceased.
Tom was attacked and killed by a giant reptile that was inhabiting the island. He will be missed.
Cooper. Status.
Oh yeah, there was a guy named
unknown.
Cooper.
We lost
You
contact
never
with
see him.
Cooper at the beginning of the mission and have not heard from him since then.
Mission complete.
Hey, not the worst time in the world. Alright. That's all she wrote.
Operation instructions.
They're extreme. Pretty much unlock a new mode for the game. But I know one thing is true. I've got mad skills. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. This was Dino Crisis No Weapon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.